Hello, baby. Hello. So, we are live streaming again. It's 2 days in a row. My goodness. I am RC Robbin. This is MLB The Show 22. This is a created franchise known as the Hollywood Avengers. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play baseball against legends past and present. 162-game regular season. As you can see from the league standings, the Avengers have been placed in the American League West Division. They are 15-6. They're in first place by a game and a half. It's the end of April. So the last game I played, I threw a no-hitter. So I'm thinking that maybe the difficulty setting needs to be jacked up to insanity. So let's go to the settings, user settings. Let's go gameplay. Now, hitting, we're going to leave the way it was because I only scored like 3 runs. But let's go to pitching. All-Star is somewhere in the middle, so I threw a no-hitter on All-Star. Let's do Hall of Fame Legend Beginner. So it's Beginner, Dynamic, Amateur, Minors, Rookie, Veteran, All-Star. So we're going to jack it up to Legend. Gameplay, All-Star batting, Legend pitching. Let's do it. Let's do it. Apply changes. Let's rock and roll. Let's jump into the next game in the schedule calendar. Let's go at Texas for a 4-game set. Pardon me. View organization. View today's games. View organization's games. Play game. All preceding games would be simulated. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. Play full game as the Avengers, the Hollywood Avengers against the Rangers. We're playing at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Broadcast regional team. Theme overcast looks good. Florence Pugh, who plays Yelena, sister of Scarlett Johansson, will be the starting pitcher. The lineup looks pretty good. Let's rock and roll. Let's not waste any further time. Without further ado, again, I am RC Robbin. This is Avengers Baseball on MLB The Show 22. We're playing it on Legendary. I'm probably going to get pounded. Pounded, I say. So, I play. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. Let the computer run the bases for me. But otherwise, I'm playing. And I also, obviously, do play-by-play. Let's rock and roll. Hold to skip. On the mound for the Rangers, Jared Weaver. 5th start of the season. He's 0-2 with a 7.17 earned run average. And he will face Tom Holland, hitting .210, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. Two-seam fastball outside. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rangers are 14-8. That's good for second place in the AL West. So, a little bit of a division rivalry. And he skies it to right. Looks like an easy play for the right fielder. Makes the catch for out number 1. Mr. Hedgehog, welcome. Always a pleasure. Tom Holland leads off, plays second base. Brie Larson is the DH today. Chris Hemsworth at first. Dave Bautista catching. Richard Madden is the center fielder. Benedict Cumberbatch is in left. Chadwick Boseman is at third. Simu Liu is in right. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie. Brie Larson, 236, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Brie, DH today, plays Captain. I don't think, no, Carol Danvers, is she a captain? Yeah, she's Captain Marvel, that's right. Captain Marvel, oh yeah. Strike 1. Line drive, deep, but foul. Count is 0-2 on Larson. 0-2. Change up outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chases a high fastball, fouls it back. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shallow pop to center. Charging is Johnny Damon. Makes the catch for the second out. I'm Jamie Rose, the Hedgehog. Yes, you are indeed. Jamie Rose. Next up is Thor Odin's son, also known as Chris Hemsworth in the real world, hitting .313, 4 homers, 11 RBIs, playing first base today. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the first, no score. Slider, low, ball 1. Yeah. Chases high fastball, 93 on the radar gun. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to lay off those high fastballs. Grounder to third. Fields fires. Got him. 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. We go to the bottom of the first here in Arlington, Texas. The Avengers nothing. Texas Rangers coming to bat. This is MLB The Show. Florence Pugh making her 5th start. She's 2-2. She has a good ERA, but 2.30 ERA, but no run support so far this season. Leading off for the Rangers, Johnny Damon, 307, no homers, 6 RBIs. Fastball inside, ball 1. Avengers are 15-6, first place in the American League West. Again, this is a full 162-game regular season, and it is early April. Breaking ball outside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Pop up, infield grass, foul territory. Straddling the line is Dave Bautista. Drax the Destroyer makes the catch, 1 away. Texas Rangers lineup, Johnny Damon's in center, Craig Biggio at second. DH is Willie McCovey. Reggie Jackson, say hey Reggie. No, let's say hey Willie. Is in right. Garrett Anderson at left. Max Muncy at first. Tyler Stephenson in behind the home plate. And who bats next, I have no idea. Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer, 277, 6 homers, 25 RBIs already. My goodness. He's on a pretty good streak. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Milestone watch for Craig Biggio, 297 home runs in this fictional franchise. In the dirt is the breaking ball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. In there, strike 2. Grounder up the middle, fielded by Mackey. Cut the check. There are 2 away. So 2 down, bases empty. Up steps Willie McCovey, hitting .242. He has 5 homers and 16 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the lefty, Florence Pugh. Fastball in there, strike 1.
0-1.
Willie McCovey was a Hall of Famer who played for the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers. I meant to say the San Francisco Giants. Breaking ball, bottom of the zone, in there. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to McCovey. Misses outside with the fastball, 1-2. So, thank you for joining the live stream. I am RC Robbin. This is MLB The Show 22, a created franchise known as the Hollywood Avengers. And he fouls it back. The at-bat will continue. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. First game of a 4-game set against the Texas Rangers. No score. Strike 3 called. I don't think he liked the call. Nevertheless, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Florence. No score. End of 1. Leading off the top of the second is the catcher, Dave Bautista, plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's hitting .338 in this young season. Chases a slider. Strike 1. Way out of the zone. Pulls it, foul, up the third base line. 2 quick strikes on Dave. And he chases the slider down and away. 3 pitches struck him out swinging. And that's the first out. No chance. Next up, center fielder Richard Madden, 342. Two-seam fastball outside, ball 1. 5 homers, 9 runs batted in. Fly ball down the right field line, out of play. Count 1 ball and 1 strikes. Deep fly ball to center field. Waiting on the warning track, makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Johnny Damon. Mr. Rob, are you trying to finish the season before? Are you going to win the game? Also, nice to see you back in the game. I'm just having a good time. I have no idea how long, if I'm going to finish the season or not. This is Benedict Cumberbatch at the plate. Dr. Stephen Strange hitting 302. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike 1. I'm just having a good time. This is 2 days in a row for me, so maybe it's the beginning of something good. Had a little extra time this weekend. I feel like playing baseball. Good to see your name in the chat box, Mr. Rob. Hope all is well. Ground ball to the first baseman. Hard hit, but sucked up like a vacuum cleaner. Max Muncy takes it himself to retire the side after 1.5 innings of play here in Arlington. Still no score. We go to the bottom of the second. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, 341 average, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. Fastball low, ball 1. Most likely I won't watch a lot of your streams because I'm moving right now. Well, I hope all is well. I hope the move is a successful and easy transition. I also know that you're not the biggest sports fan. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Patrick Johnson is the home plate umpire calling balls and strikes. I have no idea if he's a real human being or not. Probably fictional. Pulls it high and deep, but foul. Count will 2 balls, 1 strike on Reggie Jackson. This is Arlington, Texas. It is Texas Rangers home ballpark. Ground ball, Fields throws on the run. Nice catch. Nice play all around by Spider-Man at second base. Tom Holland dives to stop the ball from leaving the infield. Here's a replay. Gets up. He should have threw from his knees, but still made the play nonetheless. And that's out number 1. Next up is Garrett Anderson. Garrett Anderson played for the California Angels back in the 1990s. Line drive. Simu Liu playing right field today makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Simu Liu plays Shang-Chi in the MCU. So 2 outs, bases empty. Max Muncy, the first baseman, steps in, hitting 323, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Deep fly ball. Madden goes back. Track, wall, looking up. That's gone. Oh, it's a solo shot from Max Muncy with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And the Texas Rangers take an early 1-0 lead. Did you watch several Punk Edge Runners on Netflix right now? No, actually, I'm not sure. Several Punk Edge Runners. I'm trying to figure out if I've seen. I don't think I've seen that. The most recent thing that I've seen, here's the replay. Most recent thing I've seen on Netflix is probably, it's the most recent thing I've seen on Netflix. Well, I watched The Sandman, which I thought was really good. I read the graphic novel, and they did a really good job with the adaptation. I recommend that. Not a sponsor. Up next, Tyler Stephenson takes a fastball, strike 1. Tyler's hitting 252 homers, 4 RBIs. Change up low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. High and tight, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stephenson. Stephenson. Don't know. Oh, swing and a miss in the dirt. Batista throws to first to complete the play and retire the side. However, at the end of 2, Max Muncy solo shot puts the Texas Rangers on the board. It's 1-0 Rangers. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting only 200. Hitting right at the Mendoza line. 1 homer, 6 RBIs. I couldn't hold back. Couldn't check his swing. Strike 1. 0 for 4 in yesterday's game with a strikeout. Inside, he's not showing a lot of patience. Swung at 2 balls. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Black Panther. And he pops it up in the infield, charging his Muncy, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Next up, Simu Liu, 222, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Homered in yesterday's game. He was playing left field yesterday. He's playing right field today. Swing and a miss. Foul tip out of the glove. Strike 1. Painting the edge with the slider. 2 quick strikes. Jared Weaver is getting ahead of hitters. You want to have a successful outing, you got to get ahead of these hitters. Grounds it, first base line foul. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, he hits him. Probably be the first base runner of the game for the Hollywood Avengers. Runner at first. Up next is the switch hitter Anthony Mackie, who plays Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he hits a deep drive. Back goes Reggie on the track. Oh, makes the catch at the wall. No advance on the bases, and there are 2 away. Gave it a ride, but it just died on the warning track for out number 2. Lineup turns over for the Avengers. Tom Holland is 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. Runner at first, 2 away, 1-0 Texas here in the top of the 3rd inning. Line drive, base hit to right. And the inning will continue. Runners will be at first and second on the single from Spider-Man. Here is the replay. Pitch on the outside corner. He just slashes it to right field between first and second. Next up, Brie Larson. And she grounds it foul, first base side. Strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second. That is the tying run. Chases a high fastball. And Jared Weaver's 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. When I see Jared Weaver on the mound, I'm often reminded of his older brother, who was not as good a pitcher, Jeff Weaver. Pitched briefly for the New York Yankees in the early 2000s. Swing and a miss. Chase the pitch in the dirt. Strands the runners. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Texas. Cabrian Hayes, $130, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Throw a fastball down the middle. Takes it for strike 196 on the radar gun. Outside with the changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Florence Pugh, the starting pitcher, 2-2 on the season. She plays Yelena. Late on the fastball, fouls it up the first base line. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hayes. Sister of Black Widow. She's going to be... Oh, jams him, fouls back. The at-bat will continue. Count will remain at 1-2. She's going to be in future projects in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Curveball's low. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece on the fastball on the edge to stay alive. Strike 3 called. High curveball. Took it for strike 3, and there is 1 away. Here's the replay. Yep. Who knows what he was looking at. Next up, Max George, hitting .278. Swing and a miss. The fastball, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. 1-0 Texas here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Line drive to left, but playable for Dr. Stephen Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch makes the catch for out number 2. Two outs, bases empty. The lineup turns over. Johnny Damon up there for his 2nd plate appearance. Slashes it, foul. Strike 1. Tries to bunt his way on, but it's foul ball. For strike 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Johnny. Misses high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he pulls it high and deep, but foul. Inside with the fastball. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. 1-0 Texas. Johnny Damon, World Series champion. Grounder to second, fielded by Holland. Spider-Man throws to first in time, and the side is retired. So we will go to the top of the 4th inning here in Texas. It's 1-0. Rangers lead. Leading off, Chris Hemsworth, grounded out in the 1st. Thor Odinson steps in, right-handed hitter. And he chases a fastball, strike 1. Inside, count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Welcome to the live stream. This is Avengers Baseball, a creative franchise on MLB The Show 22. And he chases a curveball outside, fouls it off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he fouls it off to stay alive. Count will remain 1-2. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. And that's what you have here. Did he swing? Nope. According to the home plate umpire, he did not go around, so the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deep drive to center. Back goes Johnny in front of the warning track. He will make the catch for out number 1. Gave it a ride, but wrong part of the ballpark. So next up is the catcher Dave Bautista. Struck out in the 2nd inning, 0-1. Dave plays Drax the Destroyers in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a ball.
Curveball, outside ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Tied for 1st on the Avengers in this early season with 5 home runs. And again, chases a pitch low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pulls it up the third baseline, foul. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Weaver. Two hopper to third, fielded, throws across the diamond in time for out number 2. Two out, space is empty for Icarus. Richard Madden lined out in the second. He is 0 for 1. And that's a line drive headed towards the left field corner. One hopper to the wall, and he will stop at first. Nice play by the left fielder to get the ball back in quickly. Could have been a double, but held him to a very long single. And that is a 14-game hitting streak for Icarus. Richard Madden, hard line drive to left. So, runner at first, 2 away for Benedict Cumberbatch, the Sorcerer Supreme. Pitches outside, ball 1. Technically, he is not the Sorcerer Supreme. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme. But Doctor Strange, we know who he is. Runner leads off first, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. That's a line drive headed towards left center field gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. The runner rounds second, now rounds third, and he will score. It is an RBI double, a 2-out RBI double by Dr. Stephen Strange to tie this ball game at 1. Oh yeah, here's a replay. Slashes it over the head of the shortstop and between the center and left fielder. And we have ourselves a ball game tied at 1. Next up, the late great Chadwick Boseman with a runner in scoring position. Fastball inside, ball 1. Hitting only a $197. And that is a 2-hopper. Slow charging is the second baseman. Makes the throw to retire the side. However, a double, 2-out double by Dr. Stephen Strange ties this ball game at 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Texas Rangers, Craig Biggio grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Craig, a member of the 3,000 Hit Club and a Hall of Famer, played for the Houston Astros during his career in the 1980s. Fastball from Florence Pugh is outside, ball 1. Welcome to the live stream. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Fly ball to center. Tracking it is Richard Madden. Icarus makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Willie McCovey struck out in the first, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Yelena. Curveball is low, ball 1. And he swings at the inside pitch, fouls it back. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. We have ourselves a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th, 1-1. This is the first game of a 4-game set here in Texas. Grounder sharply to the shortstop. Mackey throws to first. Cut the check. There's 2 away. Two down, up steps Mr. October Reggie Jackson, grounded out in the second. He is 0 for 1. Reggie played for the world champion New York Yankees in the 1970s. I believe won a World Series in 1977 and 78 in real life. And that's a 2-hopper to the second baseman. Fields fires, and the side is retired. So we go to the top of the 5th. We have ourselves a tie ball game here. It's 1-1. This is Avengers Baseball. So leading off the top of the 5th is Simu Liu, 222, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Fouls off the 2-seamer, strike 1. Fly ball to left. Check that. Yes, check that. Right center field. In the gap. Johnny Damon makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is the switch hitting shortstop Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 1. Originally, he played the Falcon in the MCU, but now he is the new Captain America. Fastball outside off the plate. Ball 1. Mackie has 4 stolen bases here in the first month of the season. Fouls it off. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, fouls it back. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Weaver, 53 pitches here in the top of the 5th. And he chases the slider down and in. Gets wood on it. The at-bat will continue. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball low. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. Thank you for joining me. MLB The Show 22. Here's a 2-2 from Jared Weaver. Outside, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, the leadoff man, Tom Holland. Line drive, base hit to center field. It's a 1-out single. Cut the check for the new Captain America. And the Avengers have a base runner. So again, the lineup turns over for Tom Holland, who's 1 for 2 today. Tom plays Spider-Man. And that's a line drive headed towards the gap, and it will 1-hop to the fence. Rounding third. Will he stop at third? No, he throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI double for Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And the MCU takes an early 2-0 lead. Here's the replay. Good wood. Good wood. So 2-1 Avengers here in the top of the 5th. Up next is Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. And she's out in front of the 2-seam fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0 for 2. Struck out, flied out. Runner in scoring position is Spider-Man at second base. Chases a pitch in the dirt. Fouls it off. 2 quick strikes on Larson. Oh, that hits her. Jared Weaver, the pitcher, had her down 0-2 and then hits her. So there'll be runners at first and second with 1 out for Chris Hemsworth, a.k.a. Thor Odin's son. Chases a pitch in the dirt, breaking ball low, but swing and a miss. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Slider outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The MCU leads 2-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. First game of a 4-game set. And that's a line drive. Base hit center field, rounding third, and heading home is Tom Holland. Throw to third base is offline. It's 3-1 on the RBI single by Thor Odin's son. And the MCU leads by 2. Here's the replay. Hard line drive up the middle. Oh, yeah. Okay. Runners at first and third. Still only 1 out. Up next is the catcher, Dave Bautista. Fastball low and outside, ball 1. Dave plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, 2-0. Dave's hitting .389 with runners in scoring position. However, the season is only 1 month old. That average is likely to change over the course of the regular season. Slider inside, count is 3 balls and no strikes. 1 more ball from Jared Weaver, and the bases will be loaded with Avengers. Jake Faria and Zach Littell, 2 right-handers warming in the Rangers bullpen. I'm not swinging on 3-0. I refuse to swing on 3-0 pitches. I'm taking it. In there, strike 1. Now, hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and third. 1 run has already crossed the plate. It's a 3-1 lead for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here comes the 3-1. Oh, it's a little nubber at the play, home plate. Tough play. Safe. It is an infield single, RBI single from Dave Bautista for another run crosses the plate. It's 4-1 Avengers. Look at this. Baltimore chopper, swinging bunt up the third base line. Weaver gets over there, thinks about going home, realizes he doesn't have a play. And by the time he redirects and throws to first base, Bautista is safe. And the pitching coach of the Texas Rangers has seen enough. He's looking to go to the bullpen. Your day is done. He cannot win. He can only lose with a 3-run deficit. In the bullpen, Trevor Williams takes the mound for his 7th appearance. No record as of yet. ERA 5.28. Runners at first and second. Still only 1 out. 4-1 lead for the Avengers. Up next is Richard Madden. Line drive tagged. Double play. Or was it a double play? No. Surprised. I thought he had tagged him. The umpire says no, he did not tag him for the double play. So line drive out. Runners will remain at first and second. Only 2 outs now for Benedict Cumberbatch, who's 1 for 2. Fastball outside, ball 1. Benedict doubled home a run in his last at-bat. And he fouls off the outside fastball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Cumberbatch. Hard ground ball to the second baseman, flips the second for the force, and the side is retired. However, they scored 3 times. And after 4.5 innings of play here in Texas, the Avengers lead 4-1. This is Avengers baseball. Oh, yeah. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Garrett Anderson steps in. Line drive out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. Late on the fastball, slicing, out of play for strike 1. Garrett Anderson, borderline Hall of Famer, played in the 1990s for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, as they were. Were they the California Angels in the 90s? I know they were once the California Angels, and then they were the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I'm not really sure. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Garrett. Hard ground ball to the second baseman, but Spider-Man is there. He throws to first, and there is 1 away. Next up, Max Muncy, responsible for the only run on the scoreboard for the Texas Rangers with a solo homer in his last at-bat. Florence will have to be a little more careful with her approach. Fastball just misses low, ball 1. As you can see, the shift is on for Muncy. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield, expecting him to pull. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. She is being careful. Curveball in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. High strike. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty. 4-1 Avengers. And he pulls it foul. 2-2. Oh, that hit him. That hit him. So the runner will be awarded first base. 1 out for Tyler Stephenson, who struck out in the first. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Bautista. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Outside corner, 95 on the radar gun. The count will even to Stephenson. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the dirt again. Tries for second. To throw to second is not in time, so I think that'll be a wild pitch. So runner will be in scoring position for Tyler. Deep drive. Center fielder charging, will not make it. It will go all the way to the wall. Rounding third and heading home is Muncy. It'll be an RBI double for Tyler. And they cut into the lead. It is a 4-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. 6th double of the season for Stephenson. Here's the replay. I thought Richard Madden in center would have a chance, but as you can see, he couldn't quite make it. So, next up is Cabrian Hayes. Deep drive. Madden again racing to his left. This time he will make it. Strong throw to third will hold the runner at second, and there are 2 out here in the 5th. Max George steps in, 5 for 19 on the season, 0 for 1 today. Again, runner in scoring position, but they'll need a single or better to score him. Fastball inside for strike 1. Pulls the slider deep, but foul. Count quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes to George.
1 ball.
In the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive, foul, late on it. First base line. Count remains 1-2. And he lines it the other way, but the right fielder, Liu, is there to make the catch and retire the side. However, a double by Tyler Stephenson makes it a little bit closer. After 5 innings of play, it's an official ball game. It's the Avengers 4 and the Rangers 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Black Panther, 0 for 2 today. Pops it up behind home plate. Catcher is out of his crouch. Makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up, Simu Liu, hit by a pitch in the 5th, so officially he is 0 for 1. Came around to score. That's a deep drive in the right field corner. Looking up, makes the catch right in front of the 326 sign. Gave it a ride, but not quite enough to get out, and there are 2 away. Pulled it down the right field line, but off the end of the bat. Next up, Anthony Mackie with a single and a run scored today. He is 1 for 2. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty, Trevor Williams. And he grounds it foul. Strike 1. Again, 4-2 lead for the MCU here in the 6th inning. Chases a slider down and in. No balls and 2 strikes. And that hits him. So another 0-2 count. And the Avenger batter is awarded first base. Lineup turns over. Tom Holland is a single and a double and an RBI. He is 2 for 3 today. 2 outs, runner at first. Fastball inside, but called a strike. Count is 0-1. Quick throw to first. He's back. Chases a pitch in the dirt. Fouls it back. Count no balls and 2 strikes on Spider-Man here in the 6th. Chases a slider out of the zone for strike 3, and the side is retired. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up, Johnny Damon, Craig Biggio, and Willie McCovey. Avengers lead 4-2. No, those guys are not calling the game. This guy, RC Robbin, is calling the game. Welcome to MLB The Show 22. Leading off is Johnny Damon, World Series champion for the Boston Red Sox. He also played for a few other teams. Tries to bunt for a base hit, but it is a foul ball for strike one. 19-year career with 8 teams. I had no idea that he played for 8 teams. My memories was that he played for the line drive to the other way. Dunks in there for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Johnny Damon. And that will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th for the Texas Rangers. Next up, Craig Biggio, 0 for 2. The throw goes to second. The throw down, not in time. So it's a single and a stolen base for Johnny Damon. I remember him playing for the Kansas City Royals. I remember him playing for the Oakland Athletics, the New York Yankees, and the Boston Red Sox. But apparently he's played for 8 teams. Anyway, so 1-0 count on Biggio. Outside corner strike. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Curveball low, 2-1. Inside, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, on deck. Willie McCovey. Pulls it deep but foul, and the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Biggio. Deep fly ball to center. Racing over to his left is Richard Madden. Makes the catch. Tagging at second is Damon, and he will go to third. So a single, a stolen base, and advances to third on the deep fly ball. We'll put a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Actually, runner at third, less than 2 outs, where he can score without the benefit of a base hit. But that job will now be the responsibility of Mr. Willie McCovey. He needs to get a deep fly ball. And that's exactly what he just did. That ball is gone. That and more, we have ourselves a tie ball game. He had 4. Oh my goodness. Say hey, Willie. Ouch. Let's look at the replay. Oof. Just like that, we have ourselves a brand new ball game, tied at 4. Well, let's go to the bullpen. Let's get Bradley Cooper warm. Let's get Tessa Thompson warm. And then let's do a mound visit to give them a little bit of time. So 1 out, bases empty, courtesy of the 2-run home run. Fouls back the fastball, strike 1. It's bottom of the 6th, 4-4 game. Fastball high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive past the diving attempt at third by Black Panther, and it's another hit. The hit parade continues. Runner at first for Garrett Anderson. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Garrett is 0 for 2. He lined out, he grounded out. His average is only $1.95 this season. It's early still. Fastball again down the middle, strike 2. Count as no balls, 2 strikes. 95 on the radar gun. So while she's given up 4 runs today, she's still bringing the heat. In the dirt. Throws to second. Not in time. Another wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the game. Runner in scoring position now is the go-ahead run. Strike 3 called. Garrett thought it was high, but the home plate umpire punched him out for out number 2. High strike above the belt. But so 2 away for Max Muncy, who has a home run today. Inside and low, ball 1. Max is hitting .344 on the season. Tough spot.
Nope, outside.
Pitch is outside, 2-0. Is this an unintentional, intentional walk, or? Let's see. Will she challenge him? Nice block in the dirt. 3-0 count. In there, strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike to Muncy. 4-4 game, runner in scoring position with 2 away. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 2. Poured it in there. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Misses low. Runners at first and second. She wanted that strike call. Tyler Stephenson is a right-handed hitter, and that will be all. Manager. Bullpen. Right-hander, right-hander, right-hander. 3 righties in a row. Tessa Thompson will come out of the bullpen to relieve Florence Pugh. She cannot win if the runner at second scores. She will be the losing record pitcher. Not a great outing. Tessa Thompson is out there for her 7th appearance. No record, 2.57 earned run average. Only 7 innings. Fouls off the high fastball. Strike 1. Up the middle, charges. Tags him for out number 3. But Willie McCovey, a 2-run home run, ties this ball game at the end of 6 innings of play. We have a 4-4 game. This is Avengers Baseball. Boom. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Brie Larson steps up to the plate, hit by a pitch today. Officially, she is 0 for 2, hitless. Trevor Williams. Down and in with the slider or the splitter. She couldn't hold back the swing. Strike 1. Tried to check it. Fastball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Did she swing? No, she did not. That time she checked it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouled off the high fastball. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-4 ball game here in the 7th. And that's a deep drive. Heading towards the right center field gap. He makes a running catch. Nice play by Johnny Damon as he crashes into the outfield wall for out number 1. She gave it a ride, but not far enough. Next up, Chris Hemsworth, who has an RBI single today. His 12th RBI of the season. Here comes the pitch. Fouls off the sinking fastball for strike 1. Late on the fastball. Fouls it up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Thor Odinson. Bring the hammer. And he pulls the breaking ball up the third base line. Count remains 0-2. 1 out, base is empty. Chases a low pitch, fouls it off. And he chases a slider down and away for strike 3, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Completely fooled. Next up, Dave Bautista, who's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider, down and in. Strike one. Dave has 5 homers and 12 RBIs on the season. 1 for 3 today. RBI single. And that's a line drive, base hit up the middle. It's a 2-out single for Drax, the Destroyer. And this half inning will continue for the Avengers. Here's the replay. Wasn't a strike, according to StatTrack. Went down and served it up the middle. Next up, Richard Madden. 1 for 3. 2 outs, runner leads off first. And he hits a fly ball off the end of the bat to the center fielder. Routine play for Johnny Damon to retire the side. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the road. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cabrian Hayes, 0 for 2. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, is out there for her 2nd inning of relief work. Checks his swing, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. High and tight, fouls it back. 0-2 is the count. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Nasty pitch. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Hayes. Here's the replay. The case of the disappearing breaking ball. So 1 away. Up steps right-hander Max George. Fastball outside, ball 1. Max is 0 for 2. Welcome to this live stream. Two-hopper charging as Mackey throws across his body in time. Cut the check, and there are 2 away. So, bases empty, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Tie ball game. The leadoff man, Johnny Damon, is 1 for 3 with a single today. Steps up to the plate for his 4th plate appearance. Low and inside, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count to Johnny is 0-1. First game of a 4-game set between these 2 rivalry ball clubs. Pulls it deep, but foul. And the count will fall to 0-2. Bouncer charges, throws in time. Cut that check. Anthony Mackie to retire the side. End of 7. 4-4 ball game. Leading off, top of the 8th, Benedict Cumberbatch. So Dr. Stephen Strange, as he steps up, we're going to very quickly, the manager is going to go to the bullpen. We're going to look at what we have here. We got Craig Biggio, Willie McCovey, and Reggie Jackson. Righty, lefty, lefty. So what we're going to do is we're going to warm up Vin Diesel. But we're going to leave Tessa Thompson in there to pitch to Biggio, and then bring in Bradley Cooper to pitch to McCovey and Jackson. So that's the plan. Fouls off the curveball for strike 1.
No, that's down.
Fastball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance 48,615 here in Texas. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Trevor Williams out there for his 3rd inning of relief work. Need to keep an eye on him. He's up to 28 pitches. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count. On deck is Black Panther. Here comes pitch number 30 from Trevor. And that was ball 4, but he could not lay off. Fouled off a pitch in the dirt. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cumberbatch. And that's a deep drive, but again, Johnny Damon makes a running catch over the shoulder on the warning track for out number 1. He is putting on a defensive clinic in center field today. So with one out, up steps Chadwick Boseman, who is 0 for 3 today, and his average is dipped to 192 on the season. Granted, it is early, however, swing and a miss in the dirt, strike one. He needs to get on track. 4-4 ball game here in the 8th inning. Backhanded, spins, throws across the diamond, in time, 2 away. Gorgeous play by Hayes at third. Show that replay. Look at this. Backhands it, spins, throws, a bullet. Next up, Simuliu. Pitches outside, ball 1. Hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. Officially, he is 0 for 2 today. And that's a base hit up the middle. He's now 1 for 3. 2-out single for Shang-Chi. And the half inning will continue. Here's the replay. Big leg kick. And just slaps it back from where it came. Another angle. Next up, Anthony Mackie, runner at first, 2 down. Right at the knees for strike 1. Mackie has a single and a run scored today. Pitch is high, checked his swing. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Up to 37 pitches. I would assume he has a short leash. Fastball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside again. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Tom Holland. There are 2 away. And that's a deep fly ball to center. Again, back goes Johnny. Over the shoulder catch in front of the 407 sign. Johnny retires the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Craig Biggio leads it off. 4-4 tie. Biggio's 0 for 3. This will be the last batter for Tessa Thompson. Outside corner, strike 1.
0-1.
Inside corner, strike 2. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waste pitch. Strike 3 called. Sinking fastball outside corner. Biggio does not believe it, but strike 3 nonetheless. Next up is Willie McCovey. In his last at-bat, he had a 2-run home run to tie this game at 4. And Tessa has had enough. Bullpen, Bradley Cooper, the voice of Rocket Raccoon, left-handed pitcher, will come in to pitch. 3.52 earned run average in just under 8 innings pitched. This is his 6th appearance of the season. Deep, but luckily foul. Strike 1. Gave that ball a ride, just got out in front of it a little. And that looks like it's going to bloop into right field. Bounces in front of Simuliu and right. It is a single for Willie McCovey, his 2nd hit of the ball game. Here's the replay. Off the end of the bat, he dunks it into right field. Right in front of the right fielder. Really no chance. But he holds him to a single. Next up is Reggie Jackson, 1 for 3. Fastball low, ball 1. Reggie's hitting .341 on the season. He has 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. Slider in there for strike one. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Game is tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner at first. Swings and fouls it off. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mr. October. 5. Throws it to second for 1. Back to first. A double play and the side is retired. Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. 5, 4, 3 to complete the double play. We go to the top of the 9th, tied at 4. Tom Holland 2 for 4 today. Single, double, and RBI. Chases a curveball for strike 1. So the manager is going to go to the bullpen and just look at what the situation is. So Anderson, Muncy, Stephenson. We're going to leave well enough alone on the mound. We're going to let Bradley Cooper pitch the 9th. And that's a base hit to center. 3rd hit of the ball game. Line drive. Almost takes the pitcher's head off. I love to see this replay. Leadoff single for Spider-Man. He has base stealing potential. For your information, I hit, I pitch, I field, but I do not run the bases. Breaking ball, outside ball 1 to Brie Larson, who's 0 for 3 today. So since I don't run the bases, when the computer makes the decision to steal, it's as much a surprise to me as it is to you. Four, 6, up. He'll get the force. Cannot complete the double play. It wasn't hit hard enough, actually, for the double play. So, the out is recorded. Fielder's choice at second. And there's 1 away. Next up, Chris Hemsworth, 1 for 4. And that's a line drive up the middle, a base hit. And with 1 out, we have runners at first and second for the Hollywood Avengers. Hemsworth trying to get the team in the dugout hyped. Next up, manager suggests pinch runner. I'm going to ignore that. So Dave Bautista's 2 for 4 today. He has a runner in scoring position, runners at first and second with only 1 out. Tries to hold back regardless. Finds the inside corner for strike 1. Runners lead off first and second. Chases a slider off the plate. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Bautista is hitting .421 with runners in scoring position. Doesn't look like it from this at-bat. Swing and a miss, the high sinking fastball. Struck him out on 3 pitches and there are 2 away. Let's look at the replay. Just overmatched. So 2 outs. Up steps Icarus from the Eternals. Richard Madden, 1 for 4. Down and in, but called a strike. Count is no balls and 1 strike. This is a 4-4 game here in the top of the 9th inning between the Hollywood Avengers and the Texas Rangers. Down and in, swing and a miss, chase the pitch. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. That was the 50th pitch in relief from Trevor Williams. Here comes the 0-2. Grounded, foul. 4-4 game here in the 9th. Fastball high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brie Larson leads off second. Dave Bautista leads off first. Oh, and it hits him. It hit Richard Madden, and the bases will be loaded. Pardon me, I said Dave Bautista at first. That was actually Chris Hemsworth. So now Hemsworth is at second. Benedict Cumberbatch, 2 outs, bases loaded. Dr. Stephen Strange swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul. The Avengers have left 8 men on base today in this 4-4 ball game. We are in the top of the 9th inning. Slow bouncer to the first baseman, flips, steps on the bag, and they leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in Texas. Garrett Anderson leads off. It's a 4-4 game. Avengers baseball. So, stepping up is Garrett Anderson, 0 for 3 today. Cooper, left-handed pitcher, voice of Rocket Raccoon. Late on the fastball, foul, strike 1. Line drive over the outstretched glove of the second baseman. It's a leadoff single for Garrett Anderson here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That is the winning run at first base for the Texas Rangers. Here's the replay. Slaps it over the head of the second baseman and into right field. Next up, Max Muncy, who has a home run in this game. Fastball inside, ball 1. A little late on the slider, fouls it back. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. First game of a 4-game set between these rivalry ball clubs. Deep fly ball, foul. Count is 1 and 2. He was aiming for that right field corner, but fastball outside. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little late on the slider, slicing, out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, fouls it back. Grounder, 4, 6, 3, double play. Base is empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Just what they needed. Spider-Man at second base started to turn. No replay? Unacceptable. Base is empty for Tyler Stephenson, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI double today. And he is not facing. The manager is going to go to the bullpen and is going to put Vin Diesel, I am Groot, in the game. Vin Diesel, his 9th appearance, his record is 1-0 with a 2.08 earned run average. I am Groot. Checked his swing, pitch was just off the plate inside, ball 1. And he fouls it upstairs. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Pops it up, short right field. Makes the catch, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Nice play by Tom Holland, and we're going to extra innings. 4-4 ball game, we go to the 10th. This is Avengers baseball. Leading off the top of the 10th inning for the Avengers is Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. And he fouls off the curveball for strike 1. Thank you for watching the live stream. I am RC Robbin, and this is MLB The Show 22, a created franchise called the Hollywood Avengers. And that's a line drive headed towards the gap, but it will be cut off by the left fielder and will hold him to a single. Big turn at first, but it is a leadoff single for the Avengers. Wakanda forever, baby. Here's the replay. Pow. Thought it had a chance of getting past the left fielder and being a double, but not the case. Next up, Shang-Chi. Quick throw to first. He's back. Shang-Chi is 1 for 3 today. Trevor's throwing his 58th pitch in relief. Pulls it, foul. Count evens 1. No, check that. Pardon me. Count is 0-1. Bozeman leads off first. He is the go-ahead run. Tied him up in knots inside. Fouls it off. Count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Trevor Williams has pitched great. I'm just very surprised. This is his 5th inning in relief. Just gets a piece of the sinking fastball to stay alive. Again, we are in extra innings here in Arlington, Texas. Matchup between the Hollywood Avengers and the Texas Rangers. 4, 6, 3, double play. And there are 2 away. So 2 outs, bases empty. Up steps the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie, who singled today. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty, Trevor Williams. Down and in, ball 1. And that's a bloop caught by the second baseman to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. 4-4 ball game. Avengers baseball. Leading off, Cabrian Hayes, 0 for 3. Vin Diesel, I am Groot. Outside corner, 97 on the radar gun for strike 1. Just off the plate inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're going to go, the manager will go to the bullpen. I'm not making a change. I have 2 relievers left. Since we are in the bottom of the 10th, Paul Bettany, which is the closer, Vision, is going to warm up just in case. Just in case. High strike. Count is 1 and 2. And that is a bloop down the left field line. Foul. Count remains 1 and 2. Just misses the inside corner. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounder to second. Fields fires. Got him. 1 away. Next up is Max George, who is 0 for 3. At the knees for strike 1. Fly ball to center. Charging is Richard Madden. Icarus makes the catch for the second out. Two down, bases empty. Lineup turns over yet again for the Texas Rangers. Johnny Damon leads off. Johnny Damon is the leadoff man, pardon me. Inside corner, strike 1. Johnny is 0 for, check that, 1 for 4. And tries to bunt his way on. Drax jumps out of the crouch and he is safe. A 2-out bunt single from Johnny Damon, his second hit of the ball game. That was gutsy. Dave Bautista jumps out of his crouch, makes a strong throw, but it beats it. He beats it. So he has base stealing potential. Need to keep an eye on him. In there, strike 1. To Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. Craig's 0 for 4. Throw down is not in time. So The winning run is at second base. A single could win this game in extra innings for the Texas Rangers. Honestly, not a good throw from Dave Bautista behind home plate. Count is 0-2. And he fouls it off. 99 on the radar gun. High fastball. And that is a lazy fly ball to right center field. Liu is there to make the catch, and we're going to the 11th inning. 4-4 game. Avengers baseball. Thank you for watching. All right, so Vin Diesel is... Zach Littell is going to pitch for the Texas Rangers. 12th appearance, 1-0, 3.77 earned run average. As we start the 11th, it'll be Tom Holland, who's 3 for 5 today. Before we do that, the manager, bullpen. So I have a righty. The closer is Paul Bettany. But as you can see, McCovey, Jackson, and Garrett Anderson are all left-handed hitters. So Paul Bettany, I'm going to sit him down. And Haley Steinfeld, I'm going to warm her up and schedule to put her in the game. Left-handed pitcher against the lefties. Chase the slider, strike one. Little late on the fastball, fouls it down the right field line. Count no balls and 2 strikes on Spidey. And it's a line drive, foul, first base line. Count remains 0-2 on Holland. Chases a pitch, goes to the backstop, and he will be safe. So it's a strike him out, and a wild pitch, safe at first. You don't see that very often. Certainly not in a video game. Next up is Brie Larson. 0 for 4. Will she bunt? Probably not. She's Captain Marvel. Outside ball 1. Base stealing potential over there at first base. Again, as a reminder, I hit, I pitch, I field, but I do not run the bases. Line drive, foul. I do not run the bases, so when the computer decides to steal second, it's as much a surprise to me as it is to you, the viewer. So, quick throw to first. He's back. This is a situation where I actually hope that he does steal. I like to get that runner in scoring position. Fouls off the slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Captain Marvel. Swing and a miss. Tied her up in knots. And there's 1 away. But look at the location of this pitch. It almost hits her. Oh, embarrassing. Next up for Odin's son, Chris Hemsworth. 2 for 5. Chases a slider way out of the zone. Not showing a lot of patience at the plate here in the 11th. The home plate umpire says he went too far, and we have 2 strikes on Hemsworth. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Runner leads off first. That's Spider-Man. Swing and a miss. The slider down and away. So the leadoff man is on, and Littell proceeds to strike out the next 2 batters. So it'll be first runner at first and 2 away here in the top of the 11th. Next up is the catcher, Dave Bautista, who's 2 for 5. Low and inside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is a 2-out, 2-run home run from Drax the Destroyer. And just like that, here in the top of the 11th inning, we have ourselves a 2-run lead. Avengers lead 6-4. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. Bang. Distance, 404. All right, so now, Richard Madden up. Fastball low, ball 1. So 6-4 here in the 11th. Since we're playing on the road in Texas, it is not a foul tip into the glove on the splitter. Count evens 1 ball 1 strike. Since it's a road game, the Rangers have an opportunity to hit in the bottom of the 11th to tie or win the game. High and outside ball 2, 2-1. If you're not sure who Richard Madden is, he played Icarus in the Eternals. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Dr. Stephen Strange. 2 outs, bases empty. 3-1 pitch. That's a line drive to right. Over the shoulder catch from Mr. October to retire the side. However, 2-out, 2-run home run from Drax the Destroyer gives the Avengers a 6-4 lead. We're going to the bottom of the 11th. Can they close it out? Wait and see. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief, Haley Steinfeld, her 7th appearance. She does not have a record as of yet. Her ERA is 4.50. And she will face Willie McCovey, who had a home run in the 6th, to tie the ball game at 4 in the 6th inning. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. Paul Bettany is our closer, but he's a right-hander. I'm just going to have him warming up just in case things get out of hand. Fastball at the knees, 99 on the radar gun, strike 1. Curveball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, triple digits on the radar gun. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Deep fly ball, slicing down the third base, check that first base line, out of play. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Willie McCovey. Let's go with the cutter. And that's a line drive the other way. It is a leadoff single for Willie McCovey here in the bottom of the 11th. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Texas Rangers here in extra innings. Here's the replay. He just takes that pitch on the outside corner and serves it into left field for a leadoff single. Next up is Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, who's 1 for 4. Fastball inside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Manager is going to go for a mound visit and just talk it out with Haley Steinfeld. Calm the young lady down. Not going to make a pitching change. Just wants to settle things down a little. Swing and a miss, the high fastball, 2-1. Pops it up out of the crouch near the on-deck circle. Batista makes the catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 11th. That was not an easy play for the catcher to make. So Garrett Anderson is up next. He again is the tying run at the plate. He's 1 for 4 today. Left-handed pitcher against the lefty Anderson. And that's a line drive, base hit. And now not just the tying run is now at first base here in the bottom of the 11th, but the winning run is at the plate. Max Muncy, the winning run, he has already homered today. High fastball, strike one. Deep fly ball to center, but playable. Richard Madden settles under it, makes the catch for out number 2, and the Texas Rangers are down to their final out of this ball game. Representing the final out of the game and the tying and the winning run, pardon me, is Tyler Stephenson, and Haley Steinfeld will not pitch to him. The closer, Paul Bettany, will. Put him in the game. So the closer, Vision, makes his 8th appearance out of the bullpen. So far he has no record and a 3.60 earned run average. 5 saves in 5 opportunities. So this would be save number 6 should he get this final out. Fastball high and tight, ball 1. Tyler's hitting a .176 with runners in scoring position this season. Swing and a miss the fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th. 6-4 lead for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tying run on first. Line drive foul. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Texas Rangers are down to their final strike of this game. Slider off the plate. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Ball game over. Avengers win in extra innings, 6-4. Ah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Yes. So, I am RC Robbin, and this is Avengers Baseball, a creative franchise on MLB The Show 22. And you just witnessed an extra inning win. 6-4 in 11 innings. Thank you so much for watching. Before I exit the stream, before I exit out, I'm going to exit the post game, confirm exit. Player of the game was Dave Bautista. The winning pitcher, Vin Diesel. I am Groot. The loss goes to Zach Littell, who gave up that 2-run home run in the top of the 11th to Dave Bautista. And the only reason why I have not X'd out the stream yet is basically to show the American League Western Division. The Texas Rangers are in second place. They were a game and a half out. They're now 2.5 out, as the Hollywood Avengers are now 10 games over 500, currently at the end of April at 16-6. Again, thanks so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate you. Don't forget to like the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourself. Have a great night.